All right, yo, 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 it's your boy Yoshikidneo, and we're back in the Curse of Strahd. Today is going to be quite the short session because I've got work early in the morning, and my buddy Robert's got to go too. We're starting a little bit late as well because I got some shit service at the restaurant we went to for dinner, and it happens, whatever. It just took a lot longer than I anticipated it to, which, hey, no biggie. But today, I didn't actually think that we would be going through too much today anyway with what I had planned, and we're about to find out. But should be a nice little treat for any viewers out there, and it'll be fun for me to play, so let's enjoy. Alright, so the last time we left our heroes, you guys were, you guys started off in the Blue Water Inn after a wonderful night of boozing with a gentleman named Rictavio?
Octavio.
Yeah, Rictavio. He ended up letting you guys in on some information that he had picked up during his month of being here in this land. He's also a fellow outsider like you guys, sort of drawn in somehow by some mysterious forces. But he understands a little bit about what's going on. And one thing he understood was your card reading, which he gave you a good amount of hints as to what exactly was going on with that. Afterwards, your teammate Ed decided that you guys should go and check out the church there so that he could do some prayer and stuff and see if there's anything that you guys can do to help out, which it just so happened that there was. A theft had occurred, and an ancient relic that was essentially protecting the church from outside forces was stolen within the past few weeks/days. And he had some clues as to who could have done it. So you guys questioned a little boy, and he told you that he told the the grave digger there. And after you guys pestered him for information, he finally slipped up and told you that the coffin maker hired him or paid him to go and steal the bones, and he did it because he needed to feed his sister and himself. So you guys paid a visit to the coffin maker, and of course, for whatever reason, Boris was super aggressive about it and ended up causing the coffin maker to sort of spill the beans. Mainly because you guys asked about a relic and he said he hasn't seen any bones, which you guys were like, wait a second. We didn't say anything about bones. So Boris, put him in a chokehold essentially, and he banged on the wall, and you guys heard footsteps coming from upstairs. Those footsteps were kind of toying with you for a little while, opening and closing some of the doors in various parts of the house, before finally you guys didn't see anything really going on. So you went back into the house to investigate, and sure as shit, there were vampire spawn there ready to attack you. So a nice big battle broke out. You guys were able to kill a couple of them. They almost killed Snoopy, but thanks to a few of the were-ravens that came to your aid, because apparently they've been watching you guys for a while and saw that you guys were trying to take out Strahd, and they're trying to do the same thing, so they came to sort of help you in this little endeavor. They ended up sacrificing themselves, one of them did, to save Snoopy's life. In which case, the vampires ended up breaking the window from the top floor and booking it out of the town. You guys talked to the vampire, or not the vampires, that'd be weird. You guys talked to the were-ravens for a little bit and got a little more information. They're part of the Keepers of the Feather. And they also said something about the Blue Water Inn is kind of their headquarters, and that if you are looking for work or anything, you guys could go there. They could also silver your weapons and stuff like that to make them more effective against certain creatures in this world. What up, dude? Just in time.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Word.
Alright, so, I just did the recap. Yeah, so we start our session with you guys back at the coffin maker's shop, just as the were-ravens, a couple of them jumped out of the window to go and chase the vampire spawn that had jumped out. And you guys are sitting here, and you just got done talking with a few of the were-ravens here. So at this point, they pretty much get ready. They go towards the window and shapeshift into their raven forms and fly away. And Ed kind of looks at you guys and goes, well, now that that's all over, I guess we should probably take these bones back to the church, huh? I'm terribly sorry. I should have done it in Russian.
Oh, are you playing Ed?
Just for now.
Okay. I still have a bone in my mouth, don't I?
I believe so.
Awesome.
I'm going to give you control of Ed, by the way, Joe.
Okay.
But yeah, so now that you guys have the bones, the were-ravens are gone, and the coffin maker is dead, what do you wish to do?
I want to bury the bones in my backyard.
Ed
We
kinda
should
looks
probably
at
return
you.
him.
Ed looks at you and goes, I don't think that is what we were paid for.
You guys are getting paid?
Well,
All right, let's take him back.
Alright.
okay. So as you guys start walking down the stairs, let's get you guys to the map. This village of Alaki. So you guys are hanging out.
Or do we want to loot this house first? He's dead, right?
He is dead.
Well, we looked around a little bit and there wasn't a lot, at least downstairs, and it sounded like upstairs it was mainly just like wood and stuff.
How did he die?
He got
He
his
got
throat
killed by
split. Vampire.
when you were forcing him to go into the room, at gunpoint, that coffin moved, and then one of the vampire spawn popped out of it and slit his throat. I need you to make an alignment change, please, after that evil cackle. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let me know if you guys hear background noise on my mic.
Okay.
So do we want to loot the place?
Oh yeah, we can look around if there's somewhere to actually go.
I do remember giving you guys all the, because you guys had rolled looking around everywhere, so you guys have everything of importance.
Oh, okay.
But if you want hammers and nails and shit, there's plenty of those for you to loot. Like mundane tools for making a coffin.
You didn't have a stash of gold or anything?
You guys already have it.
Okay.
I think it was 30 silver and 6 gold pieces. No, 2 gold pieces. So someone has it, or at least they should.
Like none.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. So as you guys are walking around the town, you're just taking a gander, looking around, and you see that a lot of people are coming from the east gate, and they've got these bundles of twigs and stuff. And as they're moving through, they're kind of like getting out of your way because they don't, as you've come to realize, they don't really trust strangers, even if you are good, at least look good. They just don't trust strangers at all, which is very, very demoralizing in a way, just because of the fact, you guys are the good guys. But these people don't want to talk to you because you're strangers. But yeah, probably, I think you see about, on your way back, it takes you a little bit to get back, like a couple minutes walk. You see probably about 13 different people with various amounts of this firewood and tinder heading towards the burgomaster's mansion, which, if I am correct, is I think I showed you guys where they were taking them before.
Yeah, we tried talking to some people ahead of time, I think.
Right over here. This is where
Yeah.
they're headed. My connection to the server has been interrupted. Do you guys see my arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yes.
Wonder why it says that. So it's a little bit past this little roadway that as you're walking, you notice that there's this wall of fog that's kind of cutting your path into. And as you guys finally realize what's going on, you kind of stop and you look behind you, and another wall of fog has cut you off. And the fog starts to seep in through the sort of alleyways, almost to the road. And that's where we'll go here. So as you guys are standing there in the middle of the street with this fog surrounding you, go ahead and all of you make a perception check. That's an old Frankie token, I think. Yeah.
You said perception?
Correct. And Joe, we'll use your 15 roll and just add 8 to it. Or we'll just add 2 to it. So you got a 23. Oh wow, you actually rolled the exact same thing that you needed. Or that plus 5's for Ed, isn't it?
I'm so confused on what just happened. There's like actual die on my screen.
Is there really?
Yes.
Did you activate the... So go to your settings on Roll20 and unclick the enable 3D dice.
Oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I've never seen this.
What is going on? Alright, so as this
So
fog...
yeah. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah, the 5 is Ed's.
Okay, cool. So as this fog starts to sort of encompass the area around you, you notice that it's even sort of starting to, like, the sky above you is clouded up and it's gotten a little darker. And you're kind of looking around like, what the hell? And you heard liveliness in the town as you guys were walking, like people were sort of talking and getting things ready for this festival that's coming up. And then all of a sudden, silence. So as you're looking around, Ed and Snoopy, you guys see a shadowy figure in front of you, and you see sort of it's like just like a dark silhouette, and it's looking like it's walking towards you. And when it sort of gets right to the edge to where it's finally about to show itself, and you hear a voice call out to you. My friends, it would seem that you have taken something of mine and are returning it to its improper owner. So I have come here to take back what is rightfully mine, whether you like it or not. But I will give you a choice. Put the bones in front of you and back away slowly, and no one has to die, not today. Or perhaps maybe it's time to see what you're all made of. The choice is yours. Since Ed has the bag of bones, I already asked him what he would do.
Okay, good. I'm not ready to make that choice
Yeah.
for Ed.
Ed kind of clutches the bag, and he looks at you, Snoopy, with a bone, and he opens it up. He's like, alright, go ahead and put that in here, Snoop. We have no real choice.
I do so.
And then he ties the bag up, and he puts it onto his belt. Well, looks like we're gonna have to fight. Unless my comrades betray me now.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
Ow!
Okay.
But if you could heal me really quick, that'd be sweet.
I mean, same.
Let me see. I had a song for this. So as the shadow's sitting there, kind of staring at or looking in y'all's direction. Well, that is most disappointing. In all honesty, I won't lie. But this might be the most fun that I'll get to have with you, especially for what you did to her. After just a brief moment, the shadow disappears.
In this time, can I use? I don't know his spell slots. Let's see. I want to heal as fast as I can.
Yeah, you would be able to use a heal before we
A
roll
heal.
initiative. Yeah.
Is it Frankie is in need of health, so I will heal Frankie
I appreciate
with the
that.
cure wounds.
Okay.
Let me get his character sheet up. Come on. Ed. Cure wounds. Did that do its thing? No. Oh, I see. There we go.
Okay. So heal him up 7. So as that silhouette disappears, you then see multiple silhouettes pop up. Like hundreds of them just pop up. And after a moment, one of them steps through the fog to reveal himself. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
What?
Watch that be his only nat 1 for the night. That'd be funny. Okay. Donovan, go ahead and start us off.
So where is he at? I don't know if anybody can see anything.
Yeah,
This is
hold on.
out of character. I can only see,
Let me
like, I
turn
guess.
off dynamic lighting, 'cause there shouldn't be any. You see him now? You should.
I do. No, I don't.
Really?
He's probably hiding.
Okay,
behind
there it
the
goes.
door.
There it goes. No, never mind. I can see it.
And I'll actually just put you guys kind of like in a queue. But yeah,
Uses
you're-
fireball. Here, you guys are all grouped up.
Okay. So you guys watch Donovan kind of run, and let me draw a thing real quick. Can I draw a circle? I don't think I can.
I think my macros are shot because I've been editing.
They might be. The damage looks fine though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that all looks good. So beyond the red line is where you see the mist. Just so everyone's aware. But you are able to hit. And let's see.
Is there any obstacles in this, or is it like a clearing?
Yeah, you guys are in the middle of the street. So there's like barrels and stuff around the houses and all that. But there's no real like for you'd be able to hide like on the sidelines, like over near the mist. There would be like little barrels and stuff for you to hide. But Gerald, as your shot hits, it almost seems to, it makes contact, but then it seems to kind of, you notice that the pellet falls off of him almost as if he was wearing like a Kevlar vest, and he kind of just sits there and brushes off the gunpowder. If that's the best you've got, you're in for quite the ride. If you want to attack again, go for it.
Oh yeah, I do have extra shot.
Level 5, baby.
Oh, he does have fireball. That's so cool. So that'll hit again, but the same sort of thing. Like, you watch as the bullet hits him in his left shoulder, and he kind of just brushes off the dust and kind of readjusts his shoulder. That's one tickled. If you want to do anything else, you may. Other than that, it'll be Snoopy's turn. And at the start of Snoopy's turn, you hear a voice come from behind you. Come here, little dog. As a second Strahd appears. On the back. So one of those silhouettes walks out of the fog, and it is the spitting image of Strahd, except for he doesn't have any of this gunpowder in the shots that Donovan just shot at.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I had my mic muted.
Okay, I was sitting here like, what's he doing?
So he looks exactly like the other Strahd.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at him with my hand crossbow with a silvered arrow.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see, I don't have my table. But we'll say that your crossbow, as you shoot it, the arrow ends up exploding, or it gets shot and strips and like just falls for whatever reason in front of you, like stripped and splintered, and you're kind of just like, oh shit, that's a waste. And you kind of look. Your silly puppy, that is gold.
So, for movement, I'm gonna blink over to where a barrel is and hide behind it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Okay, cool. Noted.
I think his passive perception is probably higher than that. But that's
Guess we'll find out.
mitigating.
It is Ed's turn. And at the end of your turn, south of Donovan, you hear footsteps. Let the fun begin, huh? As another silhouette of Strahd appears.
What does Ed even have?
A
He has
mace,
cantrips.
A mace and cantrips. I don't know if he's actually filled out his sheet, like, completely.
Okay.
I'm almost 100% positive that he hasn't.
I'll use Sacred Flame on the new Strahd.
The newest new?
The newest new.
Okay, this guy down here.
And that's a 13 save. That's it.
13 save.
So he rolls a 2 and
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. It hits.
oh. Boo. Nice. Solid 3.
So as the flames sort of coalesce around the Strahd, you watch as his cape that he's got starts to sort of, he like unlatches it and tosses it aside, and as it falls, like it's carrying the fire, and he's like, that was a close one. Ed would notice this for sure. Let me get Frankie, Donovan, and Snoopy to roll perception real quick. Okay, so Snoopy, as you're kind of sitting there, you poke your head out just a little bit to see what's going on, and you notice as the cape hits the ground, the flame goes out, and the cape turns into a mist and retreats back into the large portion of the mist.
Interesting.
All right, Strahd's turn. What do I want him to do? Well, what do I want all three of them to do?
3 fireballs.
Alright, so this first one's gonna run up onto Frankie, and it's almost like Frankie, you look at him and he's kind of standing there walking very slowly this whole time towards you. And you sort of blink and you open your eyes and he's right there, and you watch as he rears back his hand and goes in for a swipe as he tries to snack you. But he definitely misses. And as he comes in, you kind of duck down, and you can feel that he barely like clips some of your hair. And as he does that, some of the hair follicles blow to the side, and he's like, unlucky for me, because I do not need any more of your hair. The next one, let's see, does he have enough movement? I think he does. Yeah, he'll get right there. And as he gets closer, he casts a spell. And it does make contact with Ed, doing 11 cold damage. As he casts Ray of Frost at Ed. And he kinda, like, he shoots it out with his hand. Come, the bones will be mine. And this third one, as Donovan's not really, he's looking at the one that he shot, he gets right up behind Donovan. And he gets right behind where your ears would be. And I've never had a taste of metal before. Why not try now? As he bites down on you with his fangs. But as he does, his fangs hit one of your darkwood armor plating, and he like sinks in, and he takes out his teeth. A little tougher than I thought. Lucky for you. And that'll be Strahd's turn. It is Frankie's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try and hit this dude in front of me twice.
Go for it. 9 misses and an 8 misses.
Outstanding.
So you go in for 2 hits, and as you do, he's able to kind of like, it's almost as if like every time you go in for a hit, you blink and he's out of the way. So you go in and you just do a wide swing, and then he just pops out on the other side. You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that. At the end of Frankie's turn, another silhouette pops out of the mist. And as he does, he kind of looks over at the barrels. I see you, dog. Donovan, your turn.
Alright, give me a sec.
That, unfortunately, is a misfire. So you guys watch as Donovan pulls out his shotgun and turns around, and as you hear the audible click from the trigger, it's like the inner chamber of his shotgun explodes, and you can see bits and pieces of it sort of like burst off of it. The magazine pops out and gets scattered to the side. You see a bunch of springs fall out, and he looks down at you, and he cracks a little bit of a smile. Is that really all your engineering is good for? Parlor tricks? This is gonna be a lot easier than I expect. So yeah,
So this is
I
broken
believe
now.
It is broken.
So I am going to disengage.
I don't think you can do that as a gunsmith.
I thought it was part of. Oh, can I not? Hold on.
Is it the fat natural talent or?
It might have been part of the natural, the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't have yeah, it's part of the Desperado.
Dang. Alright, well, I guess.
So you pull out your, you've got this little, you guys notice that Donovan has this like special compartment in his vest that almost seemingly like hands him his pistol as he tosses the shotgun towards his back and then pulls out his pistol. And as he goes in to shoot, right when he's pulling the trigger, Strahd takes his hand and like just pushes it out of the way. And you watch as the explosion of the gunpowder against the hammer goes off, and Strahd's hair kind of flows in the wind very majestically. No, 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 no! I told you already. Your little mechanical tricks, they will not work. I need action! If you want to move, you can. Otherwise, it is Snoopy's turn.
No, I'm good.
Alright, Snoopy.
I'm gonna shoot this guy with the crossbow. Another silvered.
The one right next to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he too close for...
No, you can hit him. He has to be within 5 feet of you for you to have disadvantage on ranged attacks. Unless you have crossbow expert, which I don't think you do.
I do not.
Okay, a 10. So as you pull out your crossbow and you reload it with another bolt, right when you fire, you see the ears of Strahd kind of perk a little. What's this? And as it penetrates, it flies straight through him. Very crafty, this one. And he turns into mist and flows back into the big wall of mist.
Is there any chance I can see the bolt in this area along the mist?
So as you shot it, what's the maximum range on your hand crossbow?
Oh, shit.
120. So you
I don't think it is. I think it's 60.
No, it's right there on the attack roll.
Oh,
It's
cool.
120. It might
Okay,
be
cool.
60. We'll have to look in the player's handbook. If
But
it is
the
60,
answer's
then
no.
it lands. Okay. So it flies through the mist, and you don't really see beyond that. You just saw it fly away into the mist, and then it was gone. But,
Alright, I'm gonna...
so it's a straw.
I'm gonna... What do you call it? The blink to another barrel and hide behind that one.
Okay.
Try it again.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Okay. Noted. Ed, your turn.
Ed is going to do another sacred flame, but on this guy this time.
Okay. said it's a 13.
It is.
He makes the save.
He says, "Duh, I knew it was bad." And he starts. How much is each one? 10 or 5? Is each one of these 10 or 5?
Should be 10 or 5. Yeah, 5. So he can do double that.
Okay. He'll chill over here. You know what? No, he's not. I don't want to leave Frankie. He's like, I'm not leaving Frankie. He changes his mind halfway through. Comes back.
Comes back to hang out. Okay. With that, the Strahds all get into position, and each of them do a single attack. Frankie is going to get an unarmed strike, and it does hit. So you take, as he pulls back his hand, he goes in for a swipe with his right hand, and he sort of stops midway as you kind of try to block with your axe, and then very, very quickly he takes his left hand and jabs it into your stomach. Caught you off guard this time. You're gonna have to fight a lot better than that, little one.
Ow.
And as he does that, you feel the sharp, his sharp nails penetrate through your tough skin. You take 9 piercing damage, and then you take an additional, what is that? 5 necrotic damage.
Who takes this?
Frankie.
I got 2 HP then.
Okay. Donovan, as he's sort of blocked your hand trying to get your gun into his face, he takes his free hand and he makes an unarmed strike against you, which does hit. This time he kind of does. So he blocked. Is Donovan left or right-handed actually?
Let's say left-handed.
All right, left-handed. So as you pull out the gun, he used his right hand to kind of block or keep your arm from making contact. And he takes that same hand, he sort of pushes your arm away, and he bitch slaps the shit out of you. You take 11 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 14 necrotic.
Damn.
That is a proper parlor trick, my weak wooden metal friend. Honestly, you confuse me. And then he comes up towards Ed. This will be a mighty fine treat for me. Of course.
Oh, he crit. He's gonna kill him. He's so fucking dead.
I'll take a fucking screenshot of this, dude. Hold on. I'm sorry. That's so fucking
It's not my
funny. Roasted.
It's not my character.
Let me. This is important. This is important.
Did you just kill him?
I think so. Or at least knocked him unconscious.
Well, his his hit point max is 34. So if you did 57, he's dead.
Nope, I didn't do 57 with the bite. But what he did do is he bites down. You guys watch as he takes out his fangs and he grabs Ed's arm and he grabs the back of his head, and you watch as Ed is trying to fight him, but he's just not able to overcome him. And he pulls his neck in, and he goes in for a bite, and blood starts to squirt out of Ed's neck, and he starts to scream out in pain. So he does take, for the piercing damage, he takes a total of 13, and then he takes 19 additional necrotic.
Okay.
And his hit point maximum is drained by 19 as well.
Golly.
What's 34 minus 19? It's like 11, isn't
Just
it?
put like a note, like make a feats note that his max HP. Don't actually reduce it, and we'll take care of it later. Let's see.
Okay.
And as he bites down, he feels. You can see Ed as he's struggling to get out of it. All of a sudden, stops moving, and he twitches his arm as he falls unconscious. And Strahd takes his teeth out, and he licks his lips. Ah, so are you ready to become one of my faithful servants? And he holds him in his arms, sort of embracing him. Not like romantically, but almost as if there's like a passion behind it. That'll end his turn, and it will be Frankie's turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try and hit this dude again. Because if not, he's probably gonna kill me as I run away.
I'm gonna send that to Kevin real quick. Be like, bruh. Okay. So 2 hits with your great axe. You do connect both times this time, and you go in for a swing on his left side. So your right side you swing, and then you cross over and do a left-handed swing. And each time you hit him, you notice that it kind of bounces off as if he's made out of rubber or something, or it's just not connecting. It's just not strong enough. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "My friend," and he actually squats and gets like to your eye level. "You're gonna need stronger material than that to hurt me. I was hoping that you would understand, but it looks like you're not smart enough." And he stands back up, towering above you. But some damage does go through.
Can I turn around and just be like, guys, I don't like this.
Yeah. So you guys watch. Well, everyone but Ed. Too soon. But you guys watch as Frankie kind of like holds his axe, and for the first time in your life, you guys are kind of seeing Frankie is like he almost looks terrified. With that, it is top of the round, Donovan.
Alright. I'm gonna disengage and move.
Okay.
Now, can you disengage and take the dash? Oh, well, never mind.
Nah, disengage is the action.
What's the button to do the arrow thing again? I don't remember.
Q.
Q?
Yeah.
Q, why you know it work?
That's it.
Okay. Snoopy, your turn.
So, right when I saw Ed, like, I was kind of being a little bitch, but my doggy protective instincts kicked in, and you just see, like, my eye, well, my one eye, because of my eye patch, like, narrow, like an anime, and then I blink on top of Ed's head, and I say, "Let him go!" and pull out my silver short sword and try to stab him in the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack. I believe because you blinked, you don't get advantage or anything. You just get sneak attack if it hits, right?
That's correct. Dang it.
Yeah, 13 unfortunately does
Oh,
not
you know
hit.
what? You know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh, there you go. Re-roll it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Those are my favorite moments. Is when you're like, oh, I can still do this. I have a lucky, and it doesn't work. Unfortunately, a second 13 does not work. And as you go in for 2 swipes with your short sword, and he sort of tilts his head back each time, and you can hear the cracking of his neck, much like when I crack my neck. It's like, and he goes, "Ah, thank you for the exercise. You're such a good dog." And he pats you on the head.
And then I snarl at him.
Oh, don't be like that. Have Ed make a death save for me.
And I say, take the bones and leave us be. Death save.
Okay. You can mark a success.
Oh, do you want those whispered?
In the future, yes. But for now, it's okay. Especially because Ed is your healer. I don't know if any of you guys have healing potions.
Sadly, no.
And now on Strahd's turn. Strahd moves away from Frankie to get right where Ed is. And this Strahd also comes up. And as they all converge, all of you roll perception for me real quick. Okay. So as Ed is kind of just standing there in Strahd's arms, he, like, you can see his, like, he's holding him as if he's just admiring his corpse. Or, well, he's not really a corpse yet, but... And then all of a sudden, he starts to lift him up. Well, you will be my example. I will do to you like you did to Irene. And you watch as all 3 of them take their hands, and they sort of make this like really sharp form with their fingers, as they all plunge their hand into Ed. 1, 2, and 2 of those attacks do hit, and that is enough to give him all 3 of his death saving throws. As they all make contact, you guys watch as Ed takes his last breath, being held up. He's now the bones. And Strahd grabs them off of Ed's, and he looks at them in the bag. Yes, everything will go according to plan. And Strahd tosses Ed's corpse to the side. Snoopy, you kind of fall with him, falling short. He looks at all of you, and you watch as this one dissipates. This one dissipates into mist, and it all kind of goes back to the fog. Let this serve as a final warning. Continue to get in the way of my plans. Continue to destroy the things that I love. And he will not be the only one of your group that meets this fate. I will make sure of it. He turns around and starts to walk away.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. So at this point, if Frankie or Donovan or Snoopy want to do anything before Strahd's next turn, you may do it now.
At this point, I'm good. I don't want to die.
Okay.
I'll go and like curl up, sad next to Ed. Kind of nudge him with my nose, you know, like puppies do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything.
Strahd,
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Strahd walks into the mist, And as he gets into the mist, you guys can just hear. And then you hear the little chirpings of bats. And the fog, you watch as it starts to retreat very slowly. And as it does, Snoopy's over here nudging Ed and sort of curling up by his corpse. And you guys can hear him go, "Hmm, hmm." So as the fog starts to dissipate and move, you see common folks start to walking by, and as they get close to you guys, they all kind of look, and one woman kind of drops her bundle of twigs and stuff that she has, and she's like, "Oh my God, the these men, they murdered that man!
No.
Guards!" You hear more of the townsfolk as they come looking at Frankie, all beaten, looking at Donovan, all beaten, and looking at Ed and his dog curled up next to him, obviously dead. And you see a couple of the townsfolk starting to run away. Guards! Guards! You hear in the echoing. What do
Am I
you
strong
guys
enough
do?
to pick him up?
If you get Frankie's
I don't-
help, yes.
Yeah, I'll help.
So yeah, I tell Frankie, hey, we need to get up. We need to get him and get out of here.
We need to find Rictavio.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Let me put you guys back on Valaki. Where do you guys head?
Did you tell Kevin that he died under my control?
Not yet, I'm about to.
I didn't do shit though.
If he didn't get critted, he would have been fine, but sure as shit, it always happens, right?
Really disappointed in my inspiration.
So where do you guys go?
That's not up to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know
Okay.
this map well.
So the two places you so far, or
I have
actually, I
an
guess
idea.
there's three places that you guys would relatively think is kind of safe. You can either go hide out in the coffin maker's house because he's dead, so no one will come in there looking for you. You could go to the Blue Water Inn, which is where you guys spent the night last night, and also know that Rictavio is staying there. Or you could possibly go to the church and hope that something could happen there. Those are the three main locations that you guys would think. The last thing would be to skip town and go back to the village of Borovia, or perhaps to
We're
Madame
certainly
Deva.
welcome.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, I say, guys, either the church or the coffin maker's house. We can hide him in a coffin, and that guy at the church. Oh shit, I'm thinking of the wrong church. Borovia is the one that has the kid underground.
Correct. Yeah, the church here is fine.
We have to go to the coffin maker's house.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I have no objections.
Okay. So you guys grab Ed's corpse and start running. How exactly do you make your way over? So you guys are right here, or right here rather, and you know you got to get right over here. And I do
Oh,
believe
where's the church?
church is right over here. So the church is closer than the coffin maker's house is, for sure. And the Blue Water Inn is right here.
You can't take a dead body to the Blue Water Inn or the church. I'm not carrying, so
I don't like it's so out of character. Is this town against us? Just out of curiosity.
No, not really. Like they don't like the citizens don't have anything against you. They just don't like strangers, is what you've noticed so far. People that look strange and then are definitely not from here, they tend to kind of shun and just not talk to. Um, and Boris Boris found that out, but Boris has been replaced by Donovan, so essentially retconning that Donovan went to talk to him, and because all of you are different when it comes to your race, they kind of just ignore you. So far, the only people you've been able to talk to in this town are Rictavio and a couple of those were-ravens. But right now, they're currently calling for the guards.
Okay, that's all I guess I wanted to know. And the church is within the city or area.
Yeah, the church is right over here.
Okay.
And you guys were getting the bones for the gentleman at the church, the priest. So essentially, you could say that this is his fault.
Yeah, I would say let's go speak to him and take Ed with us.
Is it closer? And it'd probably be easier to get there before guards find us.
Whatever. I'm just a dog. I'll go. I can't carry him, so you guys pick.
All right, I say, yeah, let's go to the church.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys pick up his corpse and start running towards the church in a hurried fashion. Do you guys make an attempt to lose sight of the villagers, or do you just take the main road straight there?
So what I kind of want to do is anybody that's like following us or like in sight, I want to hang back and like bark at them and like get their attention so
Okay.
they can escape.
Do you bark in a menacing way or like a cute way?
Oh, that's a good choice. 1 second. Let me think.
How about this? If you do it
Performance
menacingly,
or
roll.
intimidation.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the same. I'll try to be super cute and like be sad that my master's being taken away.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh fuck yeah.
So as you do that, you're like, oh, you kind of limp a little bit, and you kind of like tug at someone, and they're like pointing, and then they look at you, and they're like, oh my god, not only did they kill this poor dog's master, he's so, and one of them goes down to pick you up.
I look at him and I lick him.
Oh, this poor cute thing. I'm sorry, little guy, but we have to figure out where did they go. So far, it looks like the crowd that was starting to crowd around here has lost sight of your companions, and they're more focused on you. And probably a good thing too, because in a couple seconds, you do hear the clattering of like split mail as it's clackling together, as a couple of armed guards are running towards this location, and all of the civilians stop what they're doing. They stop paying attention to you, and they look. Guards, he was murdered right there, and they point to a little spot of blood, and they all walk, seemingly forgetting that you were even there, leaving you alone at this point. What does Snoopy do?
So am I still in someone's arms?
No, he put you down pretty quickly.
Okay, I'll walk over towards the church.
Okay.
Just like normal, inconspicuous puppy walk.
All right, cool. So as you guys get to the church, let me have Gerald and Frankie, both of you make a stealth check for me as you try to dodge and weave past people. And we'll say disadvantage because you have a corpse. So you guys are able to kind of, like, a couple people kind of look at you as you're running with this corpse. They don't really think anything of it because they didn't see what initially happened. So they kind of just look and they're like, just another dead person. What's different around here? And they continue walking around as if it's no big deal. But you guys do make it to St. Andrew's Church. And as you guys barge in, You see Father Lucian currently at the altar, flipping through his little sermon notes and stuff like that. And he kind of looks up at you all and goes, "Oh my God!" And he runs up. "What happened?"
So was he like at a table or something?
No, he was at the altar, like up at the at a pew, or not a pew. What's that? A podium.
Okay, well we put him up there on the, I guess the altar, I guess,
Okay.
just to have somewhere.
He starts to examine Ed, and then he notices his neck. He's like, "Don't tell me. Did did the devil do this?"
Yes, he did.
Yeah, tell him yes, but tell him like shh, don't be so loud,
As
because we
you,
don't know where
yeah,
this dude is.
okay. As you look around, by the way, you notice that no one's there. It's about this time that Snoopy starts to run in, as he would have been using probably his dash action and bonus action to get here very quickly. He's a fast little dude.
Sure am.
Okay.
With my mobile feet.
Yeah. Yeah, so Snoopy gets in there, and the priest, Father Lucian, this is the. What about the bones? Do you have the bones? We could be protected from him here if we have the bones.
No, he killed Ed and stole them from us.
He kind of he's got this blank stare on his face, and he kind of goes back to the pew, and he kind of sits down and he goes, "No, everything's gone wrong. How could he have known? How would he have known? There's no way. Why was he even here? Has he been following you?"
I think I know.
He looks at you, Snoopy. How?
I think he was able to scry Ed.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check real quick. Let's see if Snoopy knows what scrying is.
Okay.
Yeah. Snoopy has heard, especially because of his wizard master that created him. He definitely knows. So he kind of looks up and how would he be able to? Did he get any of your possessions, or perhaps any of your? And he looks at Frankie. Your hair?
Uh, Most likely.
He's probably watching us right now. Uh, you can see that he's noticeably trying not to freak out, but is probably about to freak out.
I tell him to snap out of it, or tell him like to focus, like shake him up a little bit.
Focus.
Like,
Focus! Do you not understand what this means? The devil himself can now come and go as he pleases. The devil himself is finally going to be able to take this place and destroy it, crippling all hope that we have.
How come he couldn't do that before?
The bones. The bones! They made this sacred ground. They made this a holy place. And without them, it's just another building.
I can make this a holy place.
He kind of looks at you perplexed.
It's just gonna take me a while to dig that many holes. But if you want to, I'm really good at that.
At first you saw like a little shimmer of hope, and then after you say that, this is no time for jokes, puppy.
Oh,
Donovan found that funny, and also he doesn't know what humor is, but he laughed at it anyway.
Okay.
You can tell from Snoopy's tail expression that he didn't mean to joke. He actually thought that he wanted him to dig holes.
It's okay, little talking dog. I guess I should have made less of an assumption that you knew exactly what I meant. Even though you are able to speak, obviously you still have your animal instincts. But regardless, we're doomed. We're doomed. And he falls onto the pew again. And he's got his hands in his eyes and he's laughing. Morning, Lord. Why is why me? And he goes from this sort of laughter, like hysterical laughter, to this sobbing as he bends back, hunches over, and he's crying in his arm or in his hands.
So Donovan tries to get him to again snap out of it and tell him, "Hey, we need to do something, about our friend here." And I point out that Ed is not doing so well, and ask him if he can help with this.
He kind of stands up and he gets closer to his body and he looks. I don't know. I don't have this power. I don't have the power to bring him back. I don't know of anyone that has that type of power. In all honesty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
there-
he,
All of you
Dude, what
make
do
a
you know?
perception check real quick.
He's a liar.
Alright, so...
Guess I don't need Ed's sheet up anymore.
So as he says that he doesn't have the power to do this, he has no idea who really does. You guys hear a lot of people shouting and stuff from down the street, and all of a sudden you see, like, outside of the window, you see a figure running towards the door, and as the door, like, you hear a pounding at the door, and then you see it open. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
bro, like, oh, like for real, you're ending it?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I know it's not as late as normal, but especially with Kevin not actually being here for this part, I need him here for this part.
Well, he's not gonna be here for this part. Anyways.
Well, yeah. But there's some things that might be happening here soon that I need to talk with him about before they actually happen.
Yeah, I need to go anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, shorter session tonight, partly due to me going to dinner so late. I apologize about that. But we got to do what I want to do anyway, so. But I didn't mean for anyone to die.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, it never fails.
Brady kills people all the time.
Yes, bro, my character died the other day because of him. Like, come on now.
First of all, you made that decision yourself.
Are
But
you the
you
one
gave
that went in the water?
you gave me no other decision.
I did. I
Alright,
said you
guys.
didn't have to. Later,
I'll
Swallow.
see you
ya.
guys later.
Peace.
Let me end the stream real quick, and I'll tell you about it, Joe. I'll be right back. Alright, so yeah, very short session today, but with one of my players not being here, and with him actually being the one to die, which I did not plan. I planned on someone dying for various reasons. Not to just kill somebody, but there's a part in the story that I want to sort of make happen. So someone needed to die here soon, and this was my part. But I didn't expect it to be the one guy that's not here for the session. So, because it's him, I can't do this next part, which is hilarious, but sad at the same time. So, Next time, we'll see what happens with Ed being brought back to life, and it should be a good time. But until then, peace.